It's HEROSTARJAMES again. Just thinking. It's June 11th of 2016. A lot of times when I'm in my zone of thinking of songs or thinking of new ideas, new ways to help make the future a brighter, better place, or thinking of an invention that might not have even been thought of, and sometimes when I'm in that deep zone trying to think things and put all the pieces and puzzles together. Well, because when I was 5 or 6, when I fell on my manhood, I don't know, but sometimes I'm putting all these things together. Sometimes I tend to get a little bit of a happy hour. Not that it's being focused on anyone, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. And if I see women I like, in my younger days, I used to look at teenage girls when I was in my teenage, and in my 20s I looked at the 20-year-olds and up. I never looked at the young ones the way some people tried to make me look like I did, but no. As I grew older and learned of some of the mysterious and creepy people that lurked around certain beach areas and all that, I looked out for the well-being of the young ones, just like me, young, naive, gullible, and unaware of all these dangerous predators. I wasn't really aware of all the dangerous predators myself. I thought I was pretty street smart and all that sort of stuff, but certainly didn't know about Tom Scholes, the Eyes of the Law, and Movie Show and Crew, because they all hid in the shadows. No knowledge of any kind, but the dark energies know. And back when I was in my early teens, I used to carry around a CB, not to scare anybody away, but I used to love to listen to the truckers, and before I got recognized or anything, I just thought it was a cool thing to do. But I used to find like a empty channel on the CB walkie-talkie, and I used to practice my Bob Dylan that way and sing that way. And every now and then I would hear some voices, and then I would quickly turn it off because I thought it was just an empty channel, and I'd hear voices all on that channel all of a sudden, and I used to get shy, and I used to turn it off. And that's the truth. So those of you, if you happen to see me in a little bit of a daze, hopefully you remember this video, that sometimes when I'm thinking of songs or thinking of new ideas and trying to put it together, just like you working on a song or a movie idea, in order for it to be successful, you gotta picture everything, and you gotta put all the pieces of the puzzles together in order for it to fit and work right. Just like dreaming, just like I do. And I used to be a daydreamer in class and all that, but I used to think of the future and all the things, how life could be such a better, beautiful place and all that sort of stuff. All the simple possibilities. What I used to do, and I didn't just think of me, I think of everybody else, just like today. So those of you, like I say, if you see me in a zone, and well, I can't help it if there's happy hour, and if I'm looking at women, I can't help it if 3 parties or whatnot bring young kittens in the mix of it, because, well, when happy hour likes something, well, you know what I'm saying. If you get attracted to something, well, you get attracted to something, and especially if it's legal. I always make sure whatever I'm attracted to is legal. And sometimes from behind, they look a lot older than what they are, and if you're 3 blocks away, 4 blocks away, when you get up close, and if you get happy hour and realize that they're a little bit younger than what they looked far away? Well, I've always turned away, but don't mean that you ain't got happy hour. And that's where it stops. That's the way I am. 3 parties simply could have just stopped and asked 30 years ago. Yep, 37 years ago. All they simply had to do was stop and ask. But not one bothered to stop and ask. Oh no, they just assumed, because what? You good looking, you gay? But if the 3 parties, like I say in my notes, would have stopped and looked at the happy hour and would have used their heads and their brains and knowledge, hell, they went to law school and went to better schooling than I did. I'm sure even the homeless guy on the streets could figure out that. I'm not trying to make anything sound bad, but I'm just saying. And not trying to pick on the homeless people, I'm just saying. Sure enough, they could figure that out. Don't have to be a rocket scientist or don't need a PhD to understand a happy hour. If you're looking like you should be, you know what I'm saying. Love and peace. Just trying to explain. All in an adult sort of, well, you know what I mean. Love and peace.